Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. Of course, if you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. So today we are going to be playing in some newer makeup. I have some things I haven't tried, so some is going to be first impressions, and then I do have some things that I have tried that are newer products. So I just thought I would come on camera and actually just get ready on camera with you guys. I haven't done one of these in a really long time. So I do have the new Juvias Place I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation and the concealer. So I have these guys right here. I do like the packaging, like it's like pretty kind of corally packaging. So I'm gonna get into those. I did get the shade 600 Caro. This one, I believe, what is this? Tell me what this is described as. It's supposed to be a radiant, long-lasting, creamy, comfortable foundation. It's supposed to be pretty full coverage from what I understand. And I think the one I got was kind of like a light with like cooler undertones. And then I did get the I Am Magic concealer. He's in a big friggin' tube. Like, this is a little bit smaller than the Too Faced the Born This Way multi-use sculpting one in the bigger tube. It does come with 10 mils of product, so that is the same as the Tarte Shape Tape. So we'll see how this performs. It does look pretty light. I got the shade 21, but we'll see how it works out. I do like to brighten under my eyes, so hopefully these two work out. I'm just gonna set those behind me for now. And then I did get this like little sample of the Dior, the Backstage primer, this guy right here. So I'm gonna put this on today. I have worn this once. I don't know if I have many thoughts on it, but I'm going to try that guy out. I also have a new eyeshadow palette to try. I have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I'm really excited to try this guy out. I just got it in the mail yesterday, so we're going to try that out. I have the Dior, the Backstage Glow Face palette, the new one that just came out, this guy right here. And here's the shades on this one. I was so excited. I've been using this the last 2 days, I think, and I really like it. So we're gonna use this on camera. And then I do have the Becca, Khloe, and Malika palette. I already have this dirty, of course. So this guy right here, we're gonna use this a little bit as well on the face. I have the Natasha Denona, the Bloom, and the Tan, Bronze, and Glow. I have the Huda Setting Mist. We'll probably try that guy out. I don't have a new mascara, I don't think, or anything. We'll just kind of dig through all this stuff that I have here. I have tons of makeup. I'm probably just gonna stick with my Kush Fiber Gel. I love this guy. I have it in Auburn. This is all I've been wearing on my brows and I've been loving it. And then I'll probably just wear the CoverGirl Expeditionist mascara. This is a really good mascara at the drugstore, by the way, if you guys have not tried that guy out. So let's just like dive in and do some freaking makeup because that is what I want to do today. So first I'm going to put on this primer actually. So we'll go in with the primer first. And this just has like a little like applicator thing on here. So I'm just gonna like put this all over my face. I don't know if this has like sunscreen in it. I feel like it smells kind of like sunscreen though. I don't know. This does retail for like $45 too, by the way, if you purchase this on the Sephora site. I thought this was like a good little sample to get since it came with my order and I've been wanting to try it anyway. So I'll just put as much as I can. From what I understand, this is supposed to be like blur pouring and kind of like hydrating and things at the same time. So I want to see what I think about this. I did wear it, like I said, the other day, but I wasn't really sure like how I felt about this one. So I think it did okay. I just didn't think it was anything amazing. I'm just going to use my fingers to kind of blend that in or kind of put that on my face. I typically just use my fingers when I'm applying a primer, just depending on the primer type. It does have a nice scent. It does have the Dior scent though, like it's fragrance. So if you don't like fragrance, you're not gonna like this. It does have a fragrance to it. It does feel pretty moisturizing though on the skin. Like I feel like my skin feels moisturized after I put this on. By the way, I do have clothes on, just so you guys know. I just have like a little off the shoulder. So I'm not like sitting here with no clothes on. I'm gonna get my hair a little bit out of my way actually. And my skin is normal to dry, but it's pretty normal right now, but I tend to go for more hydrating primers if I can, just because I think they look better on my skin. There we go. I mean, I don't know, it's nice. I don't think it's like anything out of this world by any stretch. And then I need to get my foundation brush. Sorry if I'm bending down a lot, but all my brushes are like literally sitting in front of me. So, and I have all my boxes sitting in front of me as well with like my newer makeup in it. So if you see me doing that, that's why. So I'm going to use the Luxie 532 round top blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this foundation. So we'll see what I think here. I'm just going to put a little bit directly on the foundation brush. Ooh. Actually, I haven't even opened this, and it has a seal. So we'll take that seal off. We'll just sit that there. The color looks pretty good though, so that's good because I was a little scared. I've heard like mixed things about the color on this guy. I shouldn't have squeezed it like that, but that's all right. So I put a little bit on my brush already, and we're gonna just like go in because I've heard this is really like full coverage. So and I'll try to like move this so you guys can see me up. Ooh, oh yeah, that's like, this is a really good color match for me though. Like really, really good color match. Okay, perfect. So I did a good job. Mine is 600 Kiro too, by the way, if you're similar to me. I have like more pinky neutral undertones, but I think I went with a more cool undertone. I can't see me needing more than, more than one pump of that. So I pretty much took a pump. I do have some dry patches like around my nose right now, which kind of sucks, but you know, I usually don't go in with foundation around here, but I'm going to. And I always put some in my ears just to make sure everything looks like it matches, and I'll pull a little bit down my neck just so we can blend it all together. And this is just kind of a chill video, so I'm not really going to go into too full detail on the looks of this, or this video will be 400 years long. I mean, it looks pretty good so far. It definitely looks a little bit, you can tell this is a dry, like more velvety matte, but like it is, I think if you had dry skin, this is going to look bad. Just in my opinion. Just because like on my forehead, I can see a little bit of like texture, which I don't with other foundations. So I don't know. It is really full coverage though. And the shade match is really, really good. I mean, you can see the difference in my skin for sure. So, I mean, I do like that. I think it looks pretty decent. All right. So let's now go in with the concealer. I don't know if I should do this or if I should do my eyes first, but should I do my eyes? Actually, let's go in, since I have the foundation on, let's go in with my eyeshadow. Let's do that first, and then we'll go in with concealer in case I need to clean anything up. So I'm going to go in with the Sunrise palette. I'm so excited. I just got this in the mail yesterday, guys. And it's so funny because I was talking to my friend about, like, not buying as much. And why does this not want to come out of the package? There we are. Not buying as much, and then like I bought a couple things, so I guess I need to get more serious about not buying things. But this is the palette. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness, like look at that. So pretty. I can tell it's going to get very fingery, and then it has like a nice mirror in here, and that's the shades. Like, oh, look at. It's so pretty. All right, so I'm just going to use this for my mirror right now. And I think I'm going to go in with, what do I want to use for a brush first? I need my brushes like more laid out here. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go in with this Delium Tools brush. This is a 785 tapered blending brush. This guy right here. I love the Delium Tools brushes, by the way. This is from like the Golden Triangle set, I think. I'm just making sure this guy is clean. We'll give him a little cleaning here. So I don't want any excess product on there. I don't even know what I want to do today, but I have dog hair flying everywhere. What do I want to do? I kind of want to go in with like, I want to go in with this shade down here, yellow. This shade down here, Morning. I think I'm going to go in with that first. It's kind of like a peachy yellow. Like, I know it doesn't look as, ooh, there is some kick up in the pan, guys. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is like quite a bit of kick up in that pan. So I'm going to tap that off a little bit, and then we're just going to go in. I'm going to blend that out. I'm not actually going to set this. I'm just going to go in with the eyeshadow. I usually go in with a concealer, but I kind of put the foundation here, so I'm just going to use that as my tacky base. I usually don't do that, but I think it's going to be all right. I think I might actually zoom you guys in a little bit. That way you can kind of like see me do the look. Okay, so I have you zoomed in a little bit more. I'm not sure what the coloring is looking like on my camera right now, but we're just going to have to roll with it because it's the best I can do right now. I don't have perfect lighting in my house, and I do have a ring light that's on in the background, but I feel like it's like washing me out a little bit. Ew, that color's pretty. I mean, that color looks pretty, like it's showing up pretty nice. It definitely does have more of like a, like almost like a mustardy yellow. It's kind of strange. It's all right though. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not hating it. So we'll just keep blending that out. So I skipped through that a little bit. So I have that shade Morning on both of my eyes. And I think I'm gonna go in with the shade. I really wanna go in with the shade Chameleon, this kind of like deep mustardy yellow. So I'm gonna dip into that. It has like a little bit of orange to it as well. Again, kick up in the pan. So I'm just gonna pop that. Ooh, that's beautiful. That is such a pretty shade. I really like that. Oh, it's so nice. All right, so I like that. I like how that looks so far. I feel like I do look a little washed out on camera, which kind of sucks, but I don't know what it is. I can't get it any different in lighting in here. It might be the white background, I'm not sure, but the color is like so pretty. I really like it. All right, so what I want to go in with next. I keep like trying to decide what I want to do. I feel like I want to go in with this orange shade Jasper. I'm just going to stick with the same brush. I really like this brush actually for blending. It's just like really good. Again, kick up in the pan. There is quite a bit of kick up with these shadows, just a warning. So I'm going to blend that one a little bit down into the side. Again, really nice color. These shadows are super, like I swatched them yesterday and they're super creamy. Like they almost feel like a cream when you first touch them. They're so soft. If you guys didn't know either, this palette is cheaper than her other palettes because it's smaller. It is 85 Canadian dollars or 65 American, which her palettes are usually like 125, I think, in the States and like 160 or something, or 140 in Canada. So I think this was a smart idea on her part to do the smaller kind of like pan sizes. Like I would buy these all day. Like I think these are such a good, like it's still expensive, but for her, if you want to try them out, like it's way more inexpensive, and I don't think people really care if they get more shadows, to be honest, or more like product. Like especially if you're like a makeup lover that wants Natasha Denona, you just want to try them out. So this is like a great size in my opinion. Am I blinding you with this guy? We'll just take that out. Ooh, what do we think of that? It's really pretty, right? Like, I really like it. And I am looking down because I have my viewfinder down here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. But I really like that. It's really pretty. All right, so what do I want to go with next? Like, do I want to do a lid shade? I think I want to go in with the shade Azalea, this one right here. This kind of shimmer shade. So I'm actually going to go with my finger because I feel like shimmers just apply better with your finger. So there it is right there. Oh my goodness, that's really pretty. It's kind of like a red toned orangey pink. Ooh, I really like that. I really like that. Really, really pretty. We're just gonna layer her on. I will probably go in with another like darker shade. I do have a little bit of a, I've been trying to like not, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have like a little bit of a sty in on this side. So I've been trying to like keep product away from that part of my eye. I don't know what I got that from. I've never had one before in my life, but it's finally starting to get better, thank goodness. I've been avoiding putting makeup there for obvious reasons. Okay, so that's the shimmer. Really, really pretty actually. I think I want to go in with a little bit of this like awakening shade down here just to give it like, I don't know if this is going to match, but I think it's going to give it like a pop. Ooh. I just want to put that kind of like in the center. And that one's pretty. While I'm doing this, because I think my camera is watching this out, I'm going to throw in a picture just of the swatches. I did take a picture of this palette and the swatches so you guys can like take a look. It's really, really pretty. I know it's like hard to tell on camera because like I said, I think it's washing me out quite a bit, but really this is a warm tones dream, like a warm tone lover's dream. So I think I might go into deepen this up with the shade Clove. This one right here, and I'm gonna go in with that same brush. Oh, that shade's beautiful. Oh my goodness, that shade is so nice, guys. Like, look at that. It's so pretty. The shade is almost like a deep, like, kind of burgundy brown tone. Like, obviously, if you think about a clove, that's kind of the shade you would think about. It's really pretty. And I am going to clean this up afterwards with concealer. That's why I didn't do my concealer. We'll see if that looks as good. So I always have an issue on this side of my eye with like product not sticking to one part. Does anyone else have that issue? I never used to. It just started happening. I don't know if it's just like a dry patch on my eye or what, but it's really annoying. I will probably cut some stuff out of this video because I know it's going to be 400 years long if not, because I talk way too much. So if you see me cut parts out, it's just like extra blending or, you know. Yeah, so I did go too low on that, so I'm going to clean that up with some concealer, but that's what it's looking like. I like it. I like this. It's really pretty. I feel like it's not translating as good as it should, but it's beautiful. So I'm going to go in now with some concealer and clean. Actually, I think I might go in with, do I want to go with a liquid liner? I think I do. Okay. So we're going to go in with the Smashbox Stay or Always, what is this called? It's my favorite. Always On Liquid Liner. It's the guy with the red like top. I kept buying other liners. I mentioned this online and I didn't like any of them as much as I like this one. So that's why we are going in with this guy. This is really hard for me to do on camera too, by the way, because I get like, I have to get like super up close. So I'm sorry if you don't see me doing it that well. Okay, so there's one wing done. I'm gonna do the other side. All right, so I have both my wings done. I'm not sure when that freaking camera cut out earlier, so I hope it wasn't during the eyeshadow part, but you know, it is what it is, so we're gonna do whatever we can do. So I am gonna take, I think I'll just use this brush here. This is a Delium Tools. This is actually a, what is this? A bold lip brush, but I'm gonna use it to clean up my, clean up around my wings. It is a little messed up. It's not the way I want it, so we're just gonna tap some product on here. This is the first time I'm using this concealer, so we'll see what it works like for cleaning stuff up. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of, I just want to clean that edge up a little bit here. This is how I always clean up my wing area if I want it to look really exact, because it's really hard to get a wing to look exactly the way you like it upon first application. So that's what I do, and then I just take my finger and kind of tap that out, and then we're going to go to this side and do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to tap that out. I put too much here. So I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off actually, just on there. And we'll kind of like tap that. Okay, so now we have both sides looking, I think, pretty, they look pretty even to me right now, so that's pretty good. So now we're actually going to go in with the concealer and test it out, kind of like see what I think about it. I'm just going to use the same Luxie brush. So it does have a nice like doe foot applicator, like a big one, kind of like Tarte-Shape Tape. So we're just going to dot a little bit under the eyes. I'm going to put a little bit down my nose. I actually don't like how my nose is looking right now with the foundation. It looks like really cakey. I was a little bit worried about that with this foundation because it is so like full coverage. So I'm not sure if I love that about it, but we'll just put that in there. I'm going to wear this all day, so I'll try it out. I'll have to update you guys in the comments. So let's blend this guy out. I've been loving the Jeffree Star concealer, so I don't know. This is going to have to be that. It's blending out nice. I think the shade actually looks pretty good too, so that's a plus. Yeah, I mean, the shade looks pretty good, and that looks pretty good blended out, so I'm not mad at that. Okay, let's do the other side. Again, as much as I want to get up in this corner, I'm trying to like avoid it. I don't want to agitate my eye anymore. I feel like this video is going to be so long. Oh well. Okay, we'll blend out the rest here. I probably shouldn't have put so much product down here. This concealer goes a long way, so I would recommend kind of going light-handed with this, especially on the other highlighted areas you do, because I kind of have an excess amount here. If you hear my dogs, sorry guys, but he's like right there. I have two dogs and they're both like, I'm in the living room, so they're both like chilling out right now with me. And I'm filming this on a Saturday. I'm not sure when I'm going to get this up. I have plans later. I have a barbecue to go to, so I won't be probably editing this today. Dude, I really like how that concealer looks. Like, I think that actually looks really, really nice. So that's an A+ for me. Like, I do like that concealer a lot. Ew. Okay. So we're going to go in next. I'm going to go in with the, I'm going to set everything with the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the Rose Powder, you guys. I really like this. There is a little amount of product in here. Like, it could have more product, but I really like this. It smells like cotton candy as well, which, I mean, if you don't like scent, you won't like it. I tried this out in a video and was coughing because it is pretty strong, but I'll link that video up above if you guys want to watch that Jeffree Star video where I tried this guy out, but I really, really like it. All right, so I have it open, so I'm just going to tap some into my cap. A little bit of this does go quite a long way, so again, I'm just going to go into this palette. I'm going to use a Tarte. I use this all the time. I got this in a holiday collection. I don't think you can get it anymore, so sorry guys. I'm sure there's a comparable one to that though. We're going to put that all underneath my eyes. I'm not going to bake. I typically don't bake, especially with a foundation like this that's like kind of drying. Or I think it's going to be kind of drying because it's like so full coverage. If I had more hydrating one, I might, but I don't really need to typically. I have, like I said, normal to dry skin, so I typically don't need to bake. If I am going through like something that I want my makeup to last all day, sometimes I will, but it's not something that I do all the time. So I am going a little bit around my nose area just because I don't really like how it looks right now. And one thing I love about this powder is that it literally makes everything look like so filtered. Like, I think this is a really good powder. Like, you do a really good job with this powder. Doesn't that like already look like so smooth? And that's from this powder. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I really, really like it. I'm gonna go in next with, I'm just pulling brushes from down here. Where's my brush that I want? Okay, this is also a Tarte one. I use this one, like, it came with the same collection. I just like put powder all over my face with this. So I'm just going to dust off some, and we're going to set all of the areas I'm going to put powder on. I do like to set my makeup. I just find that my makeup stays way better if I set it all. If you are really dry, you might not need to do this, and I don't think you need it to with this foundation, because it does set down to that kind of velvet finish. But I am going to do it because that's what I want to do, and I really like this powder. This powder too is not like super drying, so I enjoy that about it. And I know some people don't like Jeffree Star, but it is a good product. So, and it was only 22 bucks, so that's not bad. It is 22 US and the shipping is kind of crazy, but you know, I do like it and I'm going to use it up. So all right, so there we go. So now we're going to do my brows. I'm going to go in with the Kush. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Gel. Mine's in Auburn. This is all I've been using on my brows. And people have been asking about my brows. And I'm like, it's literally just a brow gel. And I have like no brows. So, I mean, you can see them. They're pretty light. So we're going to go in. I usually go on the tail end first. And just kind of get that going because I want this part obviously to be a little bit darker. And I usually put a little bit of extra product right here, and I'll just take my finger and kind of go like that. And then I start going here and just kind of pulling those hairs up. Okay, so that's like one done. Like, what? I think it looks like just so natural and it's like so easy to do. Like you could definitely go in and fill in sparser areas, but I just don't because I don't feel like I have to. So, I mean, maybe that's just me, but I just feel like it looks so natural. And I used to always go in with like a dark brown, but since I've dyed my hair kind of a more red tone color, like red purpley tone, I just find Auburn looks the best. But they do have a few options for shades too, so. All right guys, so I have that all done. So that's like pretty much all I do with my brows. I just put this guy in here and yeah, one and done. I mean, I think it looks pretty decent. So I like using this. I've been using it now for a while. I just like it. And I'm probably going to disappoint you, but I am not going to smoke out my lower lash line. I don't think, well, do I want to smoke out my lower lash line? I don't know. I feel like my eye shape looks better without a smoked out lower lash line. That's just my opinion. Maybe you don't agree with me, but once we're finished, you'll see, like, I like doing my makeup without that lower lash line smoke. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. All right. So I'm just going to use a nude liner. So I've just been using this guy. He's pretty cheap. It's Coconut, I think, is the 54 Coconut. It's one of the Sephora waterproof like eye gel pencils. Just has like a white or a black cap. That shows the color on the end. I've just been using this for my waterline to like open up my eyes a little bit. So we're just gonna go right in there. This is what I do mostly on a daily basis instead of soaking with the lower lash line. Okay, and you can see that like brightens up the under eye area, so I really, really enjoy that. I think it looks good. And then we're gonna go in with, what do I wanna use? Oh, I wanna use this guy, the Khloe and Malika palette. I love this. I have been using this a little bit and I think it's really pretty. Like, it has a nice mirror, that's the color, just beautiful. We're gonna go in with this bronzer right here. I like this bronzer. I think it's like really, really beautiful. And I just use a little, I got this as a Rouge reward and I really like it. It's the Sephora Pro Mini 55.5. I've been using this forever. Like, I love this for like just a little bit of contouring and bronzing. I think it does a really good job. So I'm just gonna dive that right in there. And this is really forgiving, this bronzer. Like, you can really dive into this and add it to your skin and it's not like super overwhelming, which I enjoy. Like, I can just keep adding layers. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna like add some layers in here. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this blush too, and then the Natasha Denona Bloom blush, because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And that blush palette, you can put the cream blush on your skin and it looks good, even with the powder. Like, even with powder on, you can still do it. So we're gonna go in on this side. You can suck in like this if you're not sure where to put this. I know a lot of people say that, but it does actually work. We're just going to place that, put some on my forehead. I'm going to take a little bit on the sides of my nose. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to contour it too much, but this is what I do on like a daily basis when I am getting ready for work. Like, this is kind of my everyday kind of routine, except sped up because I'm not talking, but and we're gonna blend that. And you can see it just gives the skin a really natural kind of like satiny bronze finish, and it's not like too, I find this one like has a sheen to it, almost like it's like a matte kind of satin. I don't know, it's just a pretty formula. I really, really like it. We're gonna do a little bit under here because I do have some jelly under here that I like to try to hide, so I wish I could get rid of these two like lines, but I can't. So maybe if I'm rich someday, I'll like have those like removed somehow. I don't know if you could ever do that, but you know, I'm sure you can with all of the surgeries that you can have done today. All right, so I think that looks pretty freaking good. I love this palette like so much. All right, so I'm gonna go into the Bloom palette, and I'm actually going to go into this like glow color down here. It's called the Glow Cream Base. So we're gonna go into that, and I'm gonna use this powder blender, which I know sounds weird, but it's kind of like stippled on the ends, and I've been using this for cream blush, and it works like really, really good. So we're gonna like dive into that guy. I love though how I have hairs in my blush. I need to clean that out. Just ignore that. I didn't say that, did I? All right, so we're just gonna stipple this on. And you can see like this doesn't like cause any issue with the powder. Like it goes onto the skin like so well, and it gives you like a nice glow. And then when you apply powder over it, which I'm going to in a moment, you'll see how pretty the color payoff is. Just gives everything that extra little oomph. And I love this palette. Look at that. Look at that. It's just perfect, and it lets everything, like it goes over powders really well, and when you put a powder over top, it just like makes it like bam in your face. So I really love this. I've been giving Natasha Denona a ton of love today, by the way, because some of her products are just like really, really good, even though they're expensive. But yeah, I love this guy. Such a good palette. If you're into like blushes, glowy products, I would highly recommend this one. I go back in with that same brush that I contoured with, and we're going to go into the shade down here. This is the Duo Glow one. We're going to go into that. So let's go into her. We'll just put a bit of her on. So I think what I'll do is just like every time I feel like I've been on camera for a while, I'll turn my camera off just so I don't miss anything. Ooh, look at that. It's such a pretty powder. All right, so I have that blush all on. So I'm hoping my lighting is okay. I had to like readjust because my computer actually died. Of course it died. Why wouldn't it? Whenever I'm filming anything, I always have so many issues. All right, so I have that on. So I'm gonna go in now with the Dior. Oh, where's that at? I want that new Dior palette. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this guy, the Dior Backstage palette. Ooh, isn't it pretty? I'm so excited. I'm going in with this peach shade. It's like one of my favorite shades in the palette. It's so gorgeous. And I'm going to use this 945 contour from Delium Tools. I know it says contour, but I like using it for highlight. You can use stuff for whatever you want. I'm going to dip right into her, get a lot of product because I want this to be like bam, bam, bam. And then we're going to put that on. And there's still some of that cream blush up here, so it really helps the product stick to it. Like, oh, yeah. It's just such a beautiful highlight. Like, I like it so much. I love a peachy toned highlight, so for me, I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then I like to go in afterwards with this like pinky shade right here and kind of put that over top of it. So I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm really going to dig in and we're going to put that over top. And this has more of like a sheen. The two top shades in this palette have more of like a sparkly like sheen to them. So if you don't like that sparkle, you might not like these, but it's not like glitter. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It is different and I do really like it, but you may not like it. So just be aware of that. And then we're going to go in on this side. We're going to do the same thing. Oh, such a pretty, I love this palette so much. I'm so glad I picked this up. Jenna Frias and also Mel Thompson talked about this, and they made me want to buy this palette so much. I wanted it to begin with, but then when I seen them talk about it and talk about how pretty it was, I was like, yeah, I need to get that. So kind of their fault that I bought this guy, but you know, what are you going to do? So I'm going to go in with that pink color now. You can see the brightness that brings to it, like, ooh. And I always put a little bit of highlighter up here, so if you see me doing that, that's just a me thing. You don't have to do that. And I like a lot of highlighter on my nose and right here. Then I just like to push it kind of into my skin. Oh yes. Like, how pretty is that? Oh yeah. Put some more over here. Ooh, so that is so freaking pretty. I love it. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go in just with this is actually a unique brush that I've had for many, many years, and I just really like it. So we're going to go in, I think I'm going to go back into the Natasha Denona palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Agate, this one right here, and I'm going to put that in my inner corners and also on my brow bone. Ooh, that's really pretty. Very like golden. Kind of goes with my highlight, which is nice. Very, very pretty. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna be done with that. I love this, highly recommend. I pretty much told you guys I like that product already. I'm just gonna go back in under my eyes and just get rid of any like excess kind of product. I will say, I think this concealer is creasing a bit under my eyes, but it's not like bad, but it's not like my favorite look. I do still think I like the Jeffree Star one better, but it's okay. We'll go with it. So I am going to go in. Do I have any lip products in here? You know, I'm just going to go in with this Profusion Pure Matte Lip Cream. I don't know what color this is because it literally has no color on it. It's just like a little mini I got. I think this will look pretty though with this look, so. Oh yeah, it's a pretty color. I haven't even tried this. I think maybe I wore one once. I don't remember. I mean, it's pretty opaque. I have to give it that. We'll see how it wears, but I like it so far. All right, so now we're gonna go in with a setting spray. We're gonna use the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face Waterproof Ultra Matte Finish Setting Spray. I don't know why I'm using Ultra Matte setting spray with this foundation, but I wanna try this out on camera. I've only used it a few times. My thoughts on it are this. It does what it says it's going to do. It says it's meant to be almost like the hairspray that, you know, drag queens used to use hairspray to set their makeup. It definitely feels like hairspray. It has that kind of sticky, tightening feel when you spray it on. Very fragranced. Yeah, are the ingredients great in this? No. It has a lot of alcohol. And I just overall don't think this is like the best product to be putting on your skin. Plus it's very fragrance. Like it's fragrance to the point that it's like too much, but it does smell like her other products. And I actually expected this to be fragranced. I mean, her foundation is very fragrant, so I'm not surprised by that at all. So it is what it is. If you bought this and are unhappy, I would just send it back. It is pricey. It was like 40 Canadian, but we're going to use it today. It does definitely help your makeup last. So if you're looking for something for events or for special occasions, I wouldn't use this every day. It is good for that. Without talking anymore, I'm just going to go in with this product. I'll give it a couple sprays. It's not an aerosol, but it is similar to the Morphe bottle. So we'll just go in. I'm going to put my hair a little bit out of my face. All right, so I think we got it on there pretty good. Okay, I think we have it on there pretty good. I can feel it definitely on my skin. It does feel like a hairspray. And she actually recommends going in with a beauty blender, but like I don't want to spray a beauty blender and do it that way. So I just kind of go over my skin with my powder brush afterwards, and yeah. I mean, it does look nice, like, and it does set your eyeshadow in really, really well if you need your eyeshadow set in. So I will give it that. And we're going to go in with the final step. We're just going to do some mascara. I'll do that quickly and speed it up, and then we'll come to the end for the final look. All right, guys, so that is the completed look. So I have everything on, everything done. First off, I have to say, I really like this Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Like, bomb. I love this Dior palette. You guys know I love the Natasha Denona Bloom. I love the Tan Bronze and Glow. I didn't use that in this video. And I think this Khloe and Malika one is really good too. If this is still available, it was like $32 on Sephora. So that's a really great deal on that one. As far as the foundation and the concealer go from Juvia's Place, these two guys right here, I obviously have to wear it and find out what I think about it. I will say I feel like the concealer is pretty nice, like it's good full coverage and it blended out nicely. I do see a little bit of creasing, but we'll see if that gets worse throughout the day, but I'll comment down below, of course, if I think it does. The foundation, I do like the tube. Like, I don't think it's too bad. Like, I like the squeezy tube. You can get a lot of product out. The color match is actually perfect for me. And so far, it doesn't look bad on my skin once I had that powder on. I do think it is a heavier foundation that's pretty matte though. So if you're really dry, I would just stay away from this one. I just don't think you're going to like it. That's just my opinion, of course. I could be completely wrong. The Profusion, like the little lippy that I put on, I don't think this is bad, but like, it doesn't feel too drying yet, but we'll see. I don't typically like really drying liquid lipsticks. I only really put this on because it was right next to me, but I like the color. It goes good with what I have kind of going on. Everything else I think was good. I like, obviously I like the Exhibitionist mascara. I knew I like that, and I like the Smashbox Always On liquid liners. So those are products I already knew I liked. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed just kind of watching me try on some makeup with you guys, get ready for the day. I haven't done a lot of these videos, so if you guys like it, make sure you do give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and hit that notification bell. You guys know I'm not the most frequent uploader, but if you guys like this type of video, let me know. I am filming in a different spot in my house, and I don't think it's like bright enough. But you guys could let me know on that. I mean, hopefully you got to see enough kind of and get a feel for the colors and everything that I was putting on. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.